is going on, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome back to another owner-operator. This is American Truck Simulator Hardcore. How is everybody doing? I hope you guys are all doing well. So, I know at the end of the last video we talked about not sure if we were going to come back, pick up a load from BNSF or what we were going to do. But as you can tell, I am back at the shop. We actually ended up having an issue with one of the rear tires. So I brought it back so Jeff and I could take care of that and get it replaced. Luckily we have, obviously, a decent amount of tires left over. But yeah, we got that all taken care of. I was looking for another job. It's been about 2 days now. And I was looking for another job, and I ended up finding one up in, where was it? It was Montrose, Colorado, so not too far from here. Actually, it is 200 miles, so 2-hour drive. Yes, I know. It is I know. There's not a lot of work around here right now, and we don't have a trailer, so that's the other hard thing as well. But I think overall it's going to pay off. It's a little bit better paying than our last one. This one's going to bring us in about $700. But we're hauling out of there, out of the Newmont quarry up there, and we are looking at heading over to Steamboat Springs, out there to the Liebherr area. We're dropping off a backhoe. So my plan is, it's about 3:30 in the morning. I'm finishing up the pre-trip and everything like that, and I figured what we'll do is I'll bring you guys in once we're about there. That way we can kind of take a look at everything once we're up there instead of having to do another rainy nighttime drive. And then we'll just see everything once we get there. I might throw up some cinematic shots if it starts to become daylight on this ride. If not, we'll just chit chat when we get there. So, see you guys in just a bit. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Newmont here in Montrose. We just got all our paperwork signed, got everything taken care of on that end of the things, and we are now going to head down here and load up to our trailer that has the backhoe on there. They said everything's all ready to go, everything's strapped down, but of course, because we're taking a load, it's our responsibility. We'll get out and we'll do a pre-trip of the trailer and all that stuff. Make sure everything is all hunky-dory, ready to go and secure. This is it's a really nice site. Hey, what's going on, man? That guy kind of looks like Jeff. I'm going to assume we're back here is what he said. We're at the back in here. We have arrived at our destination. Looks like it's gonna be a fairly tight squeeze out of here. I don't know if I'll have enough room to pull in there and turn around, or if I should just back the whole way in. We'll just pull up here. We'll just back the whole way in. I think that's going to be the best bet for us. Up close to this building. And there was that box on the other side of it. Front loader don't go nowhere. Cut her just a little too hard there. Gonna straighten up a little bit. Go. Alright. Let's throw our four ways on. So once we're attached, we'll be able to look at everything. Let me hop out of here. We will go ahead and check everything out. Alright, let's get everything hooked up here. Hook our hoses up. Make sure our fifth wheel under here is connected. Doesn't look like it, but it is. Everything here is secure. These are nice and tight. I would have liked to seen that bucket down. I don't really like traveling with that up. If anything goes wrong with the hydraulics and that drops, that's on me. But the turn signals are working, or the four ways. Hey, how you doing, man? Everything looks good here. Yeah, I'm not really a big fan of the way that is. I would have laid that down in there, maybe put a board or something across there to rest the bucket on, so that was flat. Braces are nice and secure. Yeah, the trailer, I mean, overall looks good. Everything looks secure. Side lights and everything are working. I don't really have any concerns. I think that'll be pretty decent for us to get out of here. Now, the thing is, coming up here to Newmont, we have ourselves a fairly long dirt road, and it is very slow going. If you saw, I did do a little bit of a scenic shot of us coming up and out of there, or coming up in here actually. So like I said, it's a pretty slow go down the hill. I don't think I'm going to show the whole trip down the hill. Once we actually hit the road and get moving, I'll bring you guys back in, because I know part of this trip is also going through some pretty slow, windy roads, hitting about 20 miles an hour through most of those turns and everything. So I know that can make for an extra long video, and I'm trying to do some new stuff here with some cinematic shots and things along that line, just to see how you guys feel about it, see if that's what you guys like, or if you guys prefer the long run, just kind of hit and record and going for it. But we'll have to wait and see what all we decide with that. But what I'm gonna do, like I said, I'm gonna go ahead and head down this road, maybe throw a cinematic shot or two up of going down it, and then we'll see you guys once we hit the actual road.
Right, and then continue straight on. Continue straight on.
Alrighty, so got down through there with no incidents. Got about 275 miles ahead of us, so not too shabby of a ride.
Right, and then continue straight on.
Alright, definitely feels good having this old girl pulling some flatbeds, some low boys, definitely back to my comfort zone for sure. Hopefully we are able to continue to pull loads like this. I don't foresee, unless like last time we end up having some issues with the truck having to head back to the headquarters. My goal is to try to stick it out for as long as we can. I also think what I'm going to try to do is work on the fuel piece of things. We've gone through almost 100 gallons over the last two trips, which I don't think is horrible. It definitely helps with the kind of shorter runs. But we're definitely going to have to fuel up. I think I'm going to try to take her down to about 50 gallons before I do that. And my hope is that we'll be able to get 3 or 4 runs in before we hit that point, and then be able to use that money that we're making I think my goal, like I said, with us wanting to buy another truck, the main goal was going to be to try and save as much of that $16,000 as possible, or even buy another trailer. I mean, I'm still back and forth on which one should come first. I feel like if we get a truck, that's at least going to be some more income. We can get a new guy out on the road, but I got to watch the market and just see what comes up. That's going to be the big thing. What comes up? Because I don't want to spend a whole lot of money. I like running the Kenworths. If we can grab another W900 or even a K100, as many of you know. Sorry, I had to get a sip of water there. As many of you know, the K100 is one of my all-time favorite trucks. And we also got the skin on there for the Wiggums trucking, so getting one of those would be pretty nice as well. And just be waiting for one to come up in the used market, or if I find one elsewhere, it really don't matter to me where I can get it from. But the truck seems to be pulling pretty well. Definitely feel like I have to use the direct 1 through 5. That seems to give me a little trouble pulling off in first gear. So the direct 1 through 5 definitely gives me that extra oomph to get things moving. The gear ratio itself, like I said before, you know, is fairly small. So I'm kind of going from direct 5 straight to 4th gear, skipping all the other ones, but it's giving me that extra bump that I need to get to take off, because she doesn't have the power in first gear to do it. It doesn't seem. Alrighty, so as you can tell, the rain has decided to open up yet again, and it is a heavy thunderstorm right now. I tried to grab some cinematic shots while doing this, but because of the rain, none of them really looked all that great. So I decided to just stop trying to do them and just get moving. Try to, you know, put the hammer down and get some of this done. We got about 200 miles left to go on this trip, and I'm kind of at a point to where I want your guys' feedback. I think I'm going to
and then exit
run the rest of this load out, but want to see what you guys thought of this style of
exit left
gameplay. See if it was something you guys did enjoy, with all this, you know, the cinematic shots and stuff like that. I enjoyed doing it. I thought it was a pretty neat concept, and definitely something different for me when it comes to the trucking side of things. I do still enjoy and think that we will do some long trucking when it gets to it. Just coming in and throwing down the hammer and running out an hour-long episode, just doing a load or something like that. It's also been kind of nice not doing the time lapses right now. I really like the idea of, you know, with owning our own truck, getting a couple loads in and showing the small struggle up first and foremost. We have plenty of time to continue to build, and I still think that I'll end up throwing in time lapses and stuff like that in a couple episodes. I don't think it's all going to be just doing this. Time lapses have definitely shown that it helps the progression overall. You know, 2 videos ago we knocked out 30 loads and we were able to end up buying a truck and stuff like that. I think if we truly stuck with the way I originally started playing, we definitely wouldn't have gotten to this point so quick. So you can't argue that part of it. It definitely helps. Ooh, come on, brakes. The road is definitely slippery. Excuse me, officer. Nothing to see here. Everything's legal. Missed a gear. Get it together. Yeah, I'll tell you, there's definitely a big difference running the 15 speed compared to running the 18s and stuff like that. I got really used to running 18 speeds. Now I know once I start knocking out more and more loads, I will get used to running the 15 speed. I know it's going to take a little time to get used to, and I'm okay with that. I didn't expect to be a pro at it right away. None of the trucks that ended up coming up. What do we got here? Should have had some triangles out or something. Holy cow. Watch out, guys. There's some traffic going to be coming over your way. But yeah, I know I'm not going to be perfect at it right away. It's going to take a little bit of time to get used to, but I think that's the overall appeal to running the 15 speed, is it's something I'm not used to. And it just gives me one more thing to work towards, and that's becoming more efficient at it, learning the ratio, and when to shift, and what gear to be in, depending on, you know, what hill we're climbing, or what the speed limit and everything is. And I know speed limit right now is 55 on this road. We're only doing 40. We got a fairly decent sized load on here. It's wet, it's slippery. I'm not trying to get into an accident. As you can see, visibility is also fairly low. Can't see too far up in front of me. This is the downfall of springtime. A lot of rain in the springtime. But, you know, we'll get it there when we get it there. We still have a decent amount of time for delivery. I don't think they were looking for it same day, but we should be getting it there same day. I don't see any reason why we wouldn't. Looks like we're getting ready to come into some of those crazy turns that I avoided earlier. I kind of cut out. I didn't realize there were more up here. That's alright. We'll go ahead. We'll get through these turns and we'll get back to putting the hammer down. keeping an eye on that trailer, making sure that it doesn't go too far into the gravel over that white line. I want to make sure that I don't catch something in there and then catch a flat tire. That would be the best move for us right now, especially in this storm we got going on. Like we got ourselves another issue up here. Hopefully no one's coming around. I can't see too far ahead. Thank you, buddy. Now GPS is telling me that the speed picked back up to 65. I didn't see a sign. I'm going to be a little cautious with my speed right now. I'm doing 44 just past that cop. Didn't get a ticket for it, so like I say, going to have to keep my eye out. I was going to pull off to let traffic behind me go by, but it doesn't seem like I have to do that now that we've found some open road. Speed picked back up. Got about 125 miles left on this trip. I'm hoping the weather clears up before we get there. It's always a pain in the ass when you're trying to get out, detach everything in a storm. I'm not a fan of the rain. I hate getting wet. Even when I ran heavy equipment, those were the worst days for me, is when it was raining and I had to get out and either put hydraulic fluid or some coolant in my packer. The packer I ran was an Eljon 600. The issue I had with it was it overheated a lot. It was an older one. So it had its own issues. It had hydraulic leaks no matter what the mechanics did. It didn't seem to ever fix it. So it definitely was a pain in this weather. I absolutely despise the rain.
Turn left.
This is going to be a pain pulling out of here. I've got no visibility either direction.
then turn right. Turn right. Right, and then turn left.
Well, it looks like the fog's clearing up. Looks like the fog's in a race against us on who's going to get there first. But it is definitely clearing up, which is definitely nice. Being able to see again definitely helps. We're sitting at about 70 miles until our destination, until we hit the Liebherr distribution there in Steamboat Springs. I keep just wanting to say Steamboat. Steamboat Springs is where we're at. So we got ourselves, like I said, about 70 more miles until we hit there. Kind of trying to do a little bit of just driving and not talking so much too. I watch a bunch of different people on YouTube that play truck sim. There's a mixture of videos I watch, and I enjoy a mixture of all of them. You got some of them that they don't talk at all. It is straight just driving, trip, destination to destination, and you got some people that will talk the entire time. Now, throughout this series so far, I've definitely done both. I can handle doing both. I don't really have much of an issue talking the whole time. I usually prepare what I'm going to say. Or not so much what I'm going to say, but kind of just take some notes on what I want to talk about. And then go from there. And then just see how that goes as I'm driving. And then there's been a couple times that I jump on here and it's really just, I'm winging it. I'm just, whatever comes to the dome, that's what I'm putting out. I really kind of like using this trucking as almost like a vlog series to just talk about whatever's on my mind. Sometimes I think that could be a little dangerous. It makes it a little hard sometimes to figure out exactly what it is I'm going to talk about. I think those videos end up being a little more choppy, a little bit more all over the place while I'm talking. But it is definitely sometimes it's just I want to get on and I want to play and I don't really know what I want to talk about.
Continue straight on.
And then on the other hand, some of those I've done where some of those time lapses I was like, man, I'll just make this a video. And I end up talking through the whole entire thing. And by the end of it, I'm like, you know what? I didn't really care for everything that I had said in there. I wasn't too keen on the conversation I was having. I don't think that it was going to hit right, so I just scrapped it. Drop the sound, make it a time lapse. Do better on the next one. Like I said, and I've said this in almost all of my videos at least once. The whole YouTube thing, I don't do this for money. I don't do this to become a gamer. I love what I do for a living. I love my job. I don't foresee that ever going away. I'm not a person that can sit in front of the computer all day long and play a game. I definitely get my moods, like I think the best of us do. But the majority of the time, I like my time away. I like doing videos. That's what I like doing. I love sitting down and going, man, what is something I would want to watch on YouTube? And for me, like I've talked about before, a lot of that is grind. What is the grind that I can do in this series? For the longest time, it had to do with Farm Sim and whatever those grinds were. Sorry about that. I had to get a drink of water. And going from there, seeing what was gonna fit for me. And at the end of them, you know, I've built a nice community here. We've built a nice community here. All of you guys, without your support, without your help, you know, I wouldn't be as big as I am. And I know you look at other people out there and they've got, you know, thousands, you know, tens of thousands or hundreds of thousands, or some of them are even up there in the millions, viewers and subscribers and stuff like that. No, I am happy with the 867 subscribers we have on here. To me, it's not how many people I can get to watch these videos. It's or subscribe to the channel. It's how many people can I get that will stick around and enjoy what's going on and want to help build the same thing I do, that have the same kind of mindset, that like to play the same way I do, because essentially, isn't that what we all want? We want to be able to watch. We enjoy sitting and watching the gameplay, but we want to watch people that play like we do, like, oh, I didn't think about doing it that way, or that's a nice way to, you know, especially when it comes to the farming, you know, that's a nice way to make extra money or something like that. I think for ATS, it's all about just watching the gameplay. You're just watching the truck. People enjoy it one way or another. Alright. Enough of the chitter chatter. We're here. Let's get that gate open. We're going to cut that jack brake off. Now, looks like we're on the other side of that building. Got a gate in front of us. Well, let me park up here. Let me run inside. Let me see exactly where they want this, and then I will be right back. Alright, so I talked to everybody inside, figured out where it is we're going. We will look at ourselves here as we get in. They want us under that carport right there, so I think our best bet's going to be to go around this building and then try to come in at the angle over there. I'm thinking, I'm not going to lie, I don't know how well I'm going to do at this job backing it in there. I went over, I looked at exactly what it is they wanted us to do, and I'm not 100% confident with myself. But we'll give her one hell of a shot, I'll tell you that. Because there's not a whole lot of room to pull up and straighten up either. Maybe. No, I don't like that. I'm gonna come in from this angle. I don't like that feel. There's just too much stuff there. I just don't feel comfortable. I don't think I'll make that turn. Bring her in this way. Kind of got these tracks here that I can follow back as well. See, if those weren't there, I'd be able to pull it up into there and follow that back. Let's go ahead, we'll line her up here. And then we'll try to back her in here. Alright, now I'm not gonna lie to you. I really don't think I would have been able to do that without that back window in. without this day cab, if we would have had a sleeper on here, there is no way, I guarantee you, that I would have been able to back that in there. And we're not even in there yet. Come on, give me the green, please. There it is. All right. Let's hop out of here and let's go ahead and detach everything. All right, that is definitely cutting her close there, let me tell you. Let's go ahead, let's get these hoses off. Drop the trailer. And there we are. Alright, I like that XP. Closer to the 2,000 mark. $790. What do we got current job market wise? I don't think I'm going to take anything external contract wise because I don't have they don't have anything. See, a lot of these expire pretty soon, and the problem is I don't have time to play again tonight. What's this one? 400 miles for $1,000. That's not too shabby either. A25G. I used to run one of those end dumps when I worked at the landfill as well. And I don't see anything on here with some long time frames. It says we can refresh. Does it actually change anything when you do that? Nah, it doesn't look like it. I need something with like 2 days on the side of here. It gives me a long period of time. I'm going to assume nothing in here. Nothing in Steamboat whatsoever to haul. Well, I think we're going to have to end it like we did last time. There's not a whole lot of stuff that I can do about what's going on there. But we can go ahead and turn them off while we're in here. I'll see if I can find a job somewhere around here in Steamboat. Maybe we pick something up on the World of Trucks the next time I'm able to jump on. But until then, I'm going to leave this one here. I appreciate you guys for joining me as always. Make sure you hit that like button, leave a comment down below, and thank you again for all your support. Until next time, keep it between the ditches.